Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As this is the first opportunity I get to speak before the committee, I want to thank you. I look forward to working with all the members on these very pressing issues. Governor, Mayor, welcome, and thank you for your testimony. First, I want to say that as New York City's only member in this committee, we have great needs in the city of New York for infrastructure and transportation projects. I represent Harlem, East Harlem, Northern Manhattan, and the Northwest Bronx, and I like to take this time to highlight some of those priorities. First and most importantly, the mass transportation system. As you know, New York City's mass transportation system is really the heart, the engine of economic activity in the city, including our financial services community, which is, I think, in many ways, the heart and soul of our revenue-producing machinery in the state. And so in order for us to continue to remain competitive, in order for the city of New York to continue to be a leading city in many sectors of our national economy, we must have a state-of-the-art and we must have a reliable and competitive transportation system. And of course, much has been said about our airports. We all know the line from Vice President Biden when he landed at LaGuardia Airport. He thought he landed in some other country. Of course, Penn Station is a living nightmare. I happen to be pushing for the extension of the 2nd Avenue subway, which is a transit desert in my part of the district in East Harlem. We already had the first phase. That's a project that's been around for literally 100 years. We were able to do this before, but now all of a sudden we are wrestling on how to do it, and obviously it's all about the money, so that's why I'm happy to be part of this committee and advocate for the 2nd Avenue subway, for additional funding for the MTA and the subway system. The subway system is, in many ways, a wear and tear system and a deep pocket issue. It's like your brake pads. You know, you can't drive your car for 100,000 miles and things that you're not going to have to change your brake pads. You have to, and if you don't, guess what? You have to pay for it, right? Because you're going to lose your front end, right? And so this is important. Penn Station, as I said, the Gateway Project is an important one, not only for New York City, but for the region. And so these are some real challenges in infrastructure and transportation. I dare to say that we got to be bold and creative when we talk about infrastructure and transportation. Infrastructure is also a public housing system because we're the landlords, right? Infrastructure is also a broadband and 5G. And if we're really going to build infrastructure, we're going to do this a major infrastructure bill with $1 trillion. I Googled trillion, and I didn't get anything back that I could understand. But we got to do it green. It's not just about doing it. How can we do it that we can feel proud about it in the rest of the world? You've all traveled across the world, and it's kind of scary and sorry, what we have in our country. We're no longer the leaders in infrastructure. We got to be the leaders. And in order for us to be the leaders, we not only got to build, we not only got to pass the infrastructure bill, but we got to do it the right way. And the green way is the right way, and it will provide jobs, opportunities, and it will be resilient as well. So I think these are the things that we're going to have to debate in this committee, obviously, and how do we get the money, I think, is the bottom line. But I thank you. I had some questions, but I think as a New Yorker, we all know how, leave it to a New Yorker, we overextend ourselves. I won't have much to say, but that I am the Mariano Rivera of this committee. I will probably be the last one, but I'll close the game down if you give me an opportunity. All right. Thank you so much for your testimony.
Can I just say one quick thing that